just flittering back and forward because these two aren't doing anything. So, right, nice oil for the zl600. Right, capacity. It's got a window anyway. Alright, so we'll fill it up, guys. We'll get it up. Jake did all of the oil filter and stuff, so if it's leaking, we'll know who did that. Let's get the oil in, and then let's get the air filters on properly. What else? Air filters on properly, and then we need finger gut and water in the coolant to flush it. And then we might hear this bike today. Let's at least start with the oil. Alright guys, normal white finger gut here. Obviously my local shop only had these tiny bottles. I was just saying to Sultan and Rabjab, I don't have that much confidence in the fact that my my system is sealed. So this could be a complete waste.
Give more, you want more?
What shop did you go to? The corner shop off Cali next to you. This local got 1 litre bottles for...
I know, I just got these from him on the corner. Yeah, go on, chuck it in. 2. So, how many? I think this is a... This will be a roughly 1.5 litre system. These are 250... These are 280 milliliter bottles. So maybe if we put 3 in the first one and run it.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Right. Yeah, hang on, let's get it moving around. You alright?
Have you seen the new bike? That's mine. Yeah. Had it for a few months, but yeah.
More?
Half a bottle more, Rabjab. So I bought 5 bottles, so that'll be 900 milliliters mixed with water. You alright?
Good.
Yeah, you.
Yes, it's from Zagreb in York Way. It smells
strong.
Yeah, it smells, yeah. And then I bought some water, I'll top it over water. Alright, cool. I'll top the rest up with water. Yeah, that's fine, mate.
Right, cool.
But I'll top the rest of the water, and then if we're lucky, this will fire up and it will circulate that system. If we're extremely lucky, the fan will come on at some point because all that switch should be back to normal, but that is extremely high hopes. Alright guys, we're all hooked up. If we're lucky, the bike will start. If we're extremely lucky, it will start and idle well and warm up. The coolant finger gut stuff will mix and get rid of some of the rust. And if we're really lucky, the fan will kick in and turn itself on. So we're asking a hell of a lot right now from this bike, but it'd be great hearing it after such, you know, after a long time. I've got the carb tune connected up just to block all of the holes and to do probably a silly small amount of tuning while we can. So let's set you up. Okay, let's see what happens, guys. Let's see. Saying that, guys, we probably need some fuel, don't we? Alright guys, exactly what we said. We've got the fuel now. It might fire up. We might be able to tune the carbs a touch. We might see the fan kick in, but all of that is extremely high hopes.
What year did you CPI?
How old is it? It's about
2002, I think.
yeah.
First issue, we need to sort out the wiring for the clutch because we've gone from a triple to a double. So let's cut these off and see what two we have to wire together for it to become live again. Right, let's try again. revving up that high.
At least you got started.
Oh yeah, but yeah, it shouldn't be revving like that though.
Maybe it's the idle.
What is it doing? Why is it revving like that?
Try to get mine started the other day and fucking shit.
Wait. Chill, let Charlie, you can't
Okay, can you put the camera shortly on?
stop recording.
Sounds good.
Stop recording.
So that was interesting, guys. It sounded really good. I couldn't balance the carbs. The left carb wasn't putting off a very good setting. It was a bit weird. It's something I'm gonna have to come back to. The left carb just wasn't really showing on there. So I might need to do left two, right two, etc. Exhaust is quite smoky. Expected, I think, with the exhaust wrap getting hot and stuff like that. No leaks in the exhaust from what I could hear or see, and it revved brilliantly. I'm going to show you again from this angle. Let me just drop the legs, because we didn't get it hot enough for the fan to kick in. I would have wanted to have seen the fan working. So let's go again from this angle, and if we're really lucky, the fan will kick in.
where the fan was.
You can hear the engine sounds amazing, guys. Don't worry about the smoke, that's just the wrap kicking in. And the carbs aren't tuned, they're not balanced actually, they're not synced. So if it sounds like that unsynced, what's it going to sound like synced? It's unbelievable. So what's next? Next, really, the fan didn't kick in. Now I don't know if it got hot enough or not to kick in. Really, I want to run it a bit longer, but I'm worried about, I don't want to, you know, blow the engine. I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm missing two brackets on the intake, so it might be leaking a touch on the left. And then I want to balance the carbs properly using the carb sync. But this left one not running right. I don't know if it's the carb sync or something to do with that carb. So I'm going to switch them over. So I'll do the right two, and then I'll switch them over and see if it's the carb tuner itself that's playing up. Otherwise it could be leaking or something here. There's something else going on. But ultimately it needs to be tuned. So guys, we run it to see if the fan kicked in, and it didn't. It actually spat out some coolant, so it overheated to the point where it spat out coolant. Don't know where we go with that one. The finger, I'm going to drain the finger out in a minute so that we get some of the whatever's in there, rust I guess, out, and maybe even kind of flush it and run it again once it's cooled down enough. A couple of flushes today would be good for it, I think. Otherwise it ran, it rode, it sounds amazing. It does the basics of what it needs to do, but of course it needs to cool down at the right time. And cylinder one, I can't work out what's going on. It appears to be running like normal, but it just isn't gauging on there, so I'm not sure what's happening there with cylinder one. I'm gonna have to kind of double check that one, because I can't tune it, because I mean it doesn't sound like it needs tuning, if I'm being honest, guys. But yeah, and I switched the lines and it became the second one. It just isn't peaking like the others, but you can hear that it's running like the others, so I'm not sure yet on what that one is. But honestly, hearing it start up, letting it circulate its oil, letting it circulate the coolant, is really good at this stage. Great news, really good news. And it sounded amazing. Okay, this will be the last run today, but one of the wires I'd left off, so I'm hoping the fan does kick in now. Let's see if there's any change. So we've got fuel. Tiny bit. The back coming on. That's the front. It'll be alright, it'll take a minute. It was this wire I'd left undone because I'd cleaned them all yesterday, guys, so something coming from near the rear end, the CDI end, may affect the temperature. It may do. I've got a little drip from the hose there, but we just want it to get hot enough for that fan to kick in. That's all. We want to know it's working. But the bike sounds amazing, absolutely amazing. So we want that fan to kick in. What? Come on. It's a bit early. That's alright. That's alright. I think there's a split in the hose. Come on, fan, kick in. I wonder if with the split in the hose, if that ruins the system, you see? No, it's alright, it's alright.
Turn off.
Yeah.
It's too overheated, it won't damage it, man.
Yeah, good point. Alright, cool.
Maybe next week we'll do the hose or something.
Yeah, the hose needs to be sealed fully. Yeah. Alright guys, so we got good news there. I think overall, you know, the cooling system, we are now going to flush all that crap out anyway, so it's not stuck in there. But so nice to hear the engine running extremely well there, extremely powerful, guys. So that's a really good stage to be at. Next weekend then, odometer, we'll put on the speedometer. And we will look at the hoses, of course. I don't know if you can buy universals that you cut to size. You can't find a set for this bike, so I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a little split in that hose at the top. I don't know if we can repair it or what. But the vinegar solution going around will be good. We'll let it cool down for 10 minutes. Then I'll drop all that fluid out. And we'll remember where we are next week. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I'm not sure what day this is for you. For us, it's a Sunday. I'll be going back to 3 or 4 max a week. So please do press the like button.